This is the Tallahassee Business Podcast, brought to you by the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. Before we begin, thank you to our sponsor, Event Owl, who is helping clients across the nation elevate virtual, hybrid, and live events. Learn more on the web at eventowl.com. Thanks for joining us and enjoy this episode of the Tallahassee Business Podcast.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Sue Dick with the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. Very excited to bring to you the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, Jay Smith with Ajax Building Company. Jay, thank you so much for saying yes to lead this organization and our great board of directors, but for everything you do and your company does within our community. And congratulations on the start of the fiscal year.
Really looking forward to working with you, Sue, and the chamber team, of course. The community as a whole. It's an honor to have this opportunity to be chairman, and tough shoes to follow behind Beth, but I'm really excited to have this chance.
Well, thanks, Jay. We're going to talk briefly today about the priorities of the Chamber of Commerce into 2021, but I think most importantly and very importantly, great for our community to know what you and Ajax are doing, not only in our community, our region, but really across the country. So if you can, maybe let us know what 2021 is going to look like for you and your team there.
Well, we're always optimistic. That's, as leaders, that's our job, to be forward looking. Of course, we're all really concerned as COVID is spiking again in all of our communities. Every one of our businesses has been impacted by COVID and continues to do, but we are excited that the vaccinations are rolling out, and the leaders and the community, local leaders, the statewide and national leaders are really pushing the vaccination. So that gives a positive light on that. We see that potentially we're close to the end. The end is near for COVID and getting everybody back to a normal workplace. But it's also just been awesome to see how businesses have adapted. Our industry is a great microcosm of how people have had to adapt. On a construction job site, we were considered essential right away, and we along with our peers, other general contractors and subcontractors, really had to be proactive and come up with solutions to have men and women working side by side. How do you do that in a safe manner? How do you do that? How do you test people? How do you start tracing them? And again, it's the sign of the American capitalism belief is we can figure it out. We'll work together and use our medical experts and use science, but also, just really take care of one another. And so because of that, the economy looks to be moving very well. And we see for us, we expect to have a record year in 2021. And we're really interested to see what the legislative session for the state of Florida this year rolls out, but we're optimists that this is going to be a really good year.
Wonderful. Well, your first movement as leadership within the Chamber of Commerce started last week when we decided to go back to a virtual setting for our annual meeting, which was a big decision. But again, I continue to be impressed and have the opportunity to work with leaders that not only are planners, but they also work quickly in the moment and make strong decisions, sometimes tough decisions. And last week we had our chamber annual meeting, and we had a great turnout virtually, which I think is a testimony to our community's interest in the business community and how important a Chamber of Commerce plays in that role. Thank you for your leadership. Leading up to that, you had mentioned Beth Quorum as our past chair. You were tapped to do a strategic refresh for the Chamber of Commerce, and that was an excellent process. If you can, for those that participate in the annual meeting, they know what our priorities are, but maybe from the business perspective, what can our community see from us in 2021, and what's your vantage point on those priority areas?
Good. Well, again, thank you to Beth Quorum for her chairmanship last year. She had an extended chairmanship, as some might know. We changed our fiscal year to a calendar year, and because of that, Beth took on an additional few months in a COVID year. But she was an amazing leader, awesome to work alongside of, and really, set the ball in motion for us to take a look at what does the chamber do and what do we need to do as business leaders in our community? And I think what the shift of what the chamber is truly focused on through, three main areas of talent, economic competitiveness and business climate, and of course, community and prosperity is something that I think we're really excited to, as a business leader, to really focus on. All of those components are what allows you to be successful as a business. We need a thriving economy. We need a thriving workforce. We need a community that people want to live, work, and play in. And so all of those components combined together really are a part of one another. So without one of them, you're not truly a thriving economy. And I think that's, kind of what the direction we're taking, that mission-oriented direction we're taking as a chamber, is something as businesses we do on a regular basis. So we're not just looking at the bottom line of a business. We're looking at the health and well-being of our employees. We're trying to create a culture within our workplace that people thrive in and that attracts people. And again, those are the same things we do in our businesses every day. That's what we need to be doing as a community. And I think that's kind of the focus we wanted to really shine the light on, what we're doing really well in our community and where some areas we really need to put some work into. And it's not just one organization that needs to do that. It takes every single one of us in this community working hand in hand, be it not-for-profit, being public sector, but primarily as business leaders, what can we do to step up and really make that impact?
Jay, you and your family have been business leaders within our community for decades, and you've grown your company, but you've also been very active in our community, and many of our businesses do that. Not only are they running their businesses, but they're involved in community activities. You could be located anywhere in the country, and you actually have offices across the country. For you as a leader, what would you say to our listeners and also anyone in the community with regards to why it's important for you and why you constantly say yes when asked? And I think that would be the way that our community continues to grow to the ability that we can and really achieve what we all know we want to achieve.
That's just something I think that it was taught to be my grandparents and then my parents, of course, but I think it's something every single one of us wants to do. We all want to be successful in business. We want to have a family that that you're able to enjoy the outdoors, able to enjoy the arts, all a full life that you have that, but you've got to do that by plugging yourself in and making a difference. You can't just sit back and say, why is this happening or why is this not? It's our job, to step in and when we're asked to really make that difference. And so, I'm honored to be the third generation of my family to be a part of Ajax. And when we're called upon, we step up and help others, and that's what makes our community so awesome and makes our community what it is today. Is because we want each other to really rely upon and pick each other up as needed.
Well, Jay, I want to thank you for saying yes to when you were asked to be in leadership. And I know our board of directors, I want to thank them as well. We've got an exciting year ahead of us, lots of work to do. Is there an ask you want to make to the business community, the community as a whole, as we wrap up today?
My ask is when you're called upon, and even if you're not, it's our job to step up to really make that difference. We have so many amazing things going on in this community, but we still there's people that are missing that opportunity. So it's our job to grab a hold of them, bring them in, give them the opportunity, and to really work towards improving our community. Because I always say, I want to have this a better place and for my children to come back, and so they'll want to raise their kids. And so that's our job, is to be thinking of the next generation. What are we doing to set them up to be successful? What does this community look like in 25 years from now? And how have we diversified our workforce, and how have we improved to give everybody that chance?
Well, Jay, thank you so much. It's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Sue.